Guys, today I'm going to be upgrading some parts on my WL crawler. I'm going to be upgrading these bits, the steering components. I'm going to be upgrading these bits, and I'm also going to change the wishbones as well. And the parts I will be putting on are here. In case you want to know the part numbers, in case you want to do it yourself. For the rear things, you got that. This wishbones, pretty cheap as well. They look pretty cool. The only reason I'm actually putting them on there is because they look cool and they're all shiny and stuff. They're probably not going to be as strong as this because these are like flexible, but they're proper strong as well. Really hard to break this thing, but I like the look of this stuff and that's why I'm putting it on. Anyway, let's get it on. Let's strip this thing down and get it put together. Right, first thing we're going to do, we'll take this body off. It'll just be easier. I might be able to do it without, who knows. I know it's easier to do it with an electric screwdriver thing, but I don't have one here, so I'm going to have to do it all by hand. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you sit there and watch me undo every screw by hand. I'll keep jumping scenes so you can see it bit by bit like that. So to get the body off, you've got 4 screws underneath the chassis. You've got one there, you've got one on the other side there as well, and you've got 2 on the roof. One in there and one in there. And that should be all that's holding the body on, and obviously the front bit's holding it on as well. But once you've undone these, the whole body folds forward anyway, like a car bonnet. So, oh yeah, and another good thing to do is when you're taking the screws out, if you're one that like forgets where they go, when you lay them down, try and pace them out where they would go on the body, on the car, like almost like a map, if you know what I mean. So at the moment I've got my 4 that go on the bottom, I've got the 2 that goes inside, I've got the 2 that go at the front, and the 2 that go on the top are going to go there, so it's all sort of where it needs to go, if you know what I mean. So it helps me know where they go when I'm finished. Right, when the body comes off, we've got a couple of wires in here we've got to unclip for the lights. Right, that's what's inside the WL crawler. Big motor on it. Anyway, let's get these bits off. What one do I go with first? Where do I start, man? Okay, so I've decided, first up, I'm going to take the wishbones off and change those, because then everything's just got to attach to the wishbones, if you know what I mean. Save me letting it all fall apart and then forgetting where everything goes. Right, just got to get this wishbone off. It all comes apart pretty easy, to be honest. It's all done basically with a Phillips screwdriver. Oh, and a couple of bolts. Nuts, bolts. Should just come out there now. Hey, she's out. The old one, new one. Right. So yeah, I'm actually finding it easier to take the wishbone out first, and then you can start, like next I'll do that arm, then that arm, then that arm, and it can all just sort of go back like that, and then I don't forget where any of these little bits go, because I only do it one at a time, if you know what I mean. It just makes it easier. That's one half done. Not looking too bad. Oh, but that one's going to be a pain in the ass. that is how it looks. Right guys, that is the front done. Ta-da! Looks pretty fancy. Only problem is this one is that one there at the back, and I can get to that front screw, but this screw's pointing that way, so to get to that one I've got to remove the motor. It's going to be a bit of a pain, but I've got more metal bits coming in there, so I might as well leave that bit and wait for last. Next up is these ones. Let's change all of this bit, all that inner bit there, those two bits and these two bits. To the back ones, you've actually got to take the back wheels off to get to these, otherwise the back wheel's in the way, just so you know. My fingers are starting to ache. This is why you should have an electric screwdriver, it just make life easier. Oh, I'm going to have to have a break, my fingers are killing me. I actually found, to get to these screws, you best to undo these first, and then you pop them out of the way, and then you get to both sides of those ones, get all those out. Saves you having to strip it all off and forgetting what bit goes where. Do it a bit at a time. So that's what I do. I sort of map all my screws out so I know where they all go. I found a problem. The only problem with these bits is that these don't fit in now. They're too big. But I found out you can take one out of here and press it into there and make it fit. So we take this one out. It's easy, it just pops out. You pop one of these out. See, size difference, that one's a lot bigger, but it don't fit. So you just throw that one away. And then you squeeze this one in and it should fit. They're quite easy to change, and it fits in nice and snug. That's how you get past that bit. There you go. Right, our arms are on. Now you just got to get these ones in now. It's looking pretty sick. Go, got the front all done. Looking nice and shiny. Wishbones, got the rear all done, all changed up. Right, let's get the body shell back on then. All done, all finished. How cool do they look? Nice and shiny. Oh yeah, I changed the bonnet as well. I've changed it from a plastic one to a metal one. It doesn't actually come off, I think this comes off a MBX Transit or something like that. But I had to re-drill the holes to make it fit. Looks like a bodge job, but I like it. But yeah, there you go. All done.